Good. So we get right into it because it's super late. So we'll get into it. Give me 1 second. Let me just get on my own Kick channel so I can see this. Just plug in my charger and then we're gonna get started. Alright, so it's museum, and this will be the first VOD. So yeah, we'll do museum. We'll try to speed through this, but we're definitely gonna give them some quality. So perfect, we're live. Oh, why my phone's acting like that?
The battle starts in 5, 4.
Let's pause. So good setup so far. Let's see. Let's go to bird's eye. Bird's eye view.
3.
So we got Spidey. Well, it's a good setup, right? However, I think these guys are all about to dive. So let's see the next thing. So good setup. Am I okay with this? Not really okay with this. Right? What the fuck are these guys doing? They're doing nothing. Right? They're gonna be in open space and there's no tank in front of them. These guys are gonna be behind walls, right? So I think at the very least, these guys should either be over here. Probably not. I would probably prefer these two to be in this doorway, right? Because there's a health pack, right? You're taking more control over this point, right? We could possibly get a spawn hold even though we're on dive, right? We always want to full hold. So we should be controlling this because it has way more cover than what that does. Plus it has this health pack. Okay. And we'll be able to see the dive and help. And if we get pushed, we'll still be in range to help. So give me 1 second, guys. I don't know why. I don't know why my phone's acting like this, so I can read chat. Give me one. So let's hit play. We'll see what happens. Okay. So let's see what's going on. Okay, well, it looks like Venom's already gonna dive someone. So, why? We don't know. Okay, he didn't. Because he got grounded. So, Up 2. We're up 2, so let's see what target focus is now. So cool. Up 2, we should be pushing the pedal, right? Up 2, we need to kill this girl right here. One second, let me try to, I'm trying to, this shit is trash. Loading my kick. Phone app. That's loaded, right? So the pedal should be pushed, right? And who the target focus should be? Probably none of these guys, because these guys are full health, right? These guys are full health. And we know that this guy is using his heal ability right now. So she is completely not being healed, right? Not being looked at. It should be Venom should turn around and collapse, right? Jeff, turn around, collapse. Spidey, hit her. Even though she's in diamond, diamond doesn't mean nothing. We still should be hitting her. If chat would fucking load. Alright, well, I can't see you guys for some reason. My kick's being dumb, so continue. So let's see what happened. So it's not Emma, right? We dove to people in a health pack, right? Yeah. Right, we got Dino. Okay, not bad overall, not bad, right? But we definitely want Jeff shooting from this angle, right? Well, no, I'm okay with it because he is getting line of sight on everyone, so he is hitting multiple targets, right? But I would want White Fox to at least be in here, right? Because we want to be able to control this space. We don't want them to walk on this space for free. And if you're at least here, you can get shots into the back line and you have cover from that door and this wall, right? So we definitely just need to be, we don't have to be all the way in here, right? We could just be like right here, like this would count. You know, because look, right now all of our damage is coming just from main and through the front, right? So it'll probably hit Emma first, right? We know she's tanky. Probably hit Dino. So we want our bounce shots to come through here, bounce, and hit someone, right? Possibly backline, chain to the backline, right? So right now, we are getting, both of my supports are taking damage for free since we're not split up, right? Or since we're not taking that off angle and controlling a resource, right? We're giving their Deadpool alt charge. And our Venom blew up. Why? Why did Venom blow up? Okay. So 8 seconds. Yeah, he should not be on payload. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely crazy. Right, so we're just gonna break down everything for you guys, right? Why he shouldn't be on payload is it's pretty simple. Right, his blue just got done, right? So he's on a 9-second cooldown. Right? So he is vulnerable for 9 seconds. Right? And everyone's full HP, right? We have nothing, no burst, right? We have no ultimate coming. Right? So there's no reason to stand. Right here, he has cover. Right here, his whole body is basically covered, so he's not gonna take damage. Right, so our supports are able to heal this up. On top of this bus, there is no cover on top of this bus, so he just says, "Hey, everybody, I'm a huge giant target that's not moving, and I'm weak. So do all your damage into me, right, to get me to back off point, so you can move the payload, move the objective." That's what Venom just says. That's what Venom says when he jumps on top of this bus. Stay here, be boring, play boring. You're stalling cart, and you're LOSing them, right? And you're gonna live longer, right? Look, you're hitting a dino on top of a bus. You can hit dino. You could hit dino behind this cart, right? Look, they can't shoot you. They cannot shoot you right here. You could hit dino behind this bus. There's no reason to be on top of the bus, right? You could hit her. That is why you die. That is why you die. You would be completely out. You would probably, let's see, it's on a 5-second. Yeah. 3, 2, yeah. If he would have played slower, he would have had his blue anyway. Right, so you see guys have to even right there. Like, there's a reason why we die. We don't just die for death. If you guys are chatting, I don't know why my thing's bugged, but yeah, welcome to the stream. If you are new, I had to make a new kick, so definitely give me a follow. I have 1 follower, so we definitely got to get to at least 50 or 100. So let's continue. Hopefully that makes sense for everybody, right? On why he died. Let's actually pause. We'll go free cam. So right now, if you guys aren't sure who we're spectating, we are spectating blue, right? This is Ragnarok. This is the VOD for them. We are their coach, right? So why we, even if there is some, because they're not here right now, chat. So if there is lashback, right, on, yeah, it really doesn't matter that he jumped on top of the bus. It absolutely does fucking matter, right? We train like we are, like we're playing for real, right? It's competitive, which we are playing for real. And if he was alive right now, this cart, their 2-minute and 59-second time bank would be way less, right? It would be at like 2 minutes right now if we still had Venom, right? And we still were stalling, right? Their cart would be further back. And so in a game like this where there's payload and every inch matters, it absolutely does matter that he died there. That was absolutely preventable. Okay, so let's continue. So a lot going on here, right? Well, not too much going on here. So Cap is okay for right now. Okay? As long as he doesn't die, I'm fine with him doing whatever this is. right? Fine with him doing whatever this is. This guy better be moving, and I better have just paused it at a bad time. Okay? So this guy better be moving back right now. Time went by. Alright, he's moving at least. Okay? So he made it out. Perfect. So so good position or bad position, chat, for this team, right? Where is this next team fight gonna happen? We know our team's here, right? Next team fight is gonna happen at this corner, right? So are any of these guys in a good position? I can't see the comments for some fucking reason. So if anyone's talking. But yeah. Dang it. This is loud as fuck, boy. Alright, we'll continue. Alright. Hopefully you guys can still hear me, yeah? Yeah, you guys can still hear me. One sec. I kind of missed it. I was looking at my phone to see what the fuck is going on with my chat. Okay, so yeah, we know next team fight's gonna happen here. So let's see what happens. So I'm cool with that. So pause. So right here, right? We know team fight's happening here, right? We know our team is here. I'm okay with this, I guess, since we're further back. Right? We are further back. And there's not a hit scan looking at us. But I would prefer us to be in this doorway, right? Because we'll have an easier sight line on this cap, right? We also have this wall to block this Emma, right? We can also rotate through here, through this health pack. And we can also poke through here, right? This has much more cover and is much, like, Jeff could be doing his thing right here, right? If Jeff is putting down pressure through here, throwing orbs or whatever, right? Crazy good. And Emma has to go on this wild goose chase all through here, behind walls, right? We'll eventually kill her if she chases us, right? So I think here is the better option, right? And there's a health pack, right? So we'd always want to take more of the pie, right? If we look at this corner as a pie, right? We control, I would say maybe like 13% of the pie, right? Whatever's going on here, that's contested, that's not control. So if we move into here, right, we are now controlling at least 25 to possibly 50%, right? If our teams, if our Fox is here, right, and our Jeff's over here somewhere, or our Jeff's over here, right, we are now controlling 50%. And we get to shoot straight down main, hit them all, right? So much better. So battle. Oh, it's there. Okay, never mind. Wait, what? why did Jeff die? Why did my Jeffy die?
Ship in no time. Dangerous! Again!
I don't know if that was
Again!
okay. So why I say I'm not sure if that's needed? Because right here, Jeff was full HP. Jeff was full HP before this. Before he ulted. Also, the Emma didn't grab him. And no one is weak on our team right now. Right? So, no one's weak on our team. And his giant pool, his giant water, his giant pool is not on cart, right? So it's not healing in a team fight, right? And he's also under the ground, so he's also not healing in this team fight that's happening, right? And since we're on defense, right? Look, we have one person on point, it says, right? So that means the point is contested and their time bank is draining, and we're getting closer to the full hold, right? It is not our job to team wipe, so to speak, right? If it happens, cool, but our time is to drain their fucking clock down, right? So if my whole team's full health and the card's stalled, I'm not contesting. I don't need to make a play. It's not our job to make a play on defense, right? And the water pool that heals is not on point. It's not on the ground of the bus, right? Not helping this magic or Spidey, right? So battle for Jeff, and then he dies from it, which is double, triple bad, or quadruple bad, right? Okay. So, kind of what we talked about earlier, right? We need these guys. Oh my goodness, Venom. Guys, right? Or get out. So we heal him up. Oh. Right? Heal him up. Dude, this motherfucker. Why do you think you're able to just walk? So, chat, I want us to watch. Right? So his thing is still on a 7-second cooldown, right? 6 seconds. 5 seconds. There is no reason to walk into this open space. No reason. 5 seconds. And you just walked further than that 2 steps from cover. Right? And your blue is on cooldown. And you're not gonna walk all the way to point with that, right? And you really can't do much to this Emma since you don't have those 5. Since you don't have blue, right? And you're in the open. And you're the first target they see. Okay? You're a giant pain in the ass, right? You're getting blasted by 6 with your E on a 5-second cooldown. We wait. Look, does that make sense? Who else would they shoot? This is why you die a second time, right? There's no one else to shoot, and your blue is on is on cooldown for 5 more seconds, right? So look, we swing to get out, okay? We swing to get out, so our escape or our engage is gone. Well, so it's kind of, right? But our movement ability is gone, right? So we're still not much of a threat, right? Okay, so we have blue. We dive in. Okay. Bad dive. Bad freaking dive. Why is it a bad dive? Okay, we're gonna break it down. Who is Cap going for? Right? Who's Cap going for? Who's Venom going for? These guys are looking opposite directions. And who is Magic going for? She's going for her, or for Deadpool, right? Magic's going for Deadpool, Venom's going for Bucky, and Cap is going for Ultron. Right, let's just double check to make sure he's going for Ultron. Oh, I know. He's on whoever the hell that is. Right, so you see how we're hitting 3 different targets? Shit dive. We are splitting our resources and our kill potential like crazy. Right? So Magic's going for Deadpool. This one's going for whoever that is. And Venom's going for Bucky. Right? I don't know if you guys would call that good target focus, but I don't. Right? That is not the target focus we're looking for. Right? You're lucky this is first VOD. Okay? Lucky this is first VOD. Depending on ranks. I'm holding back. Right? But you see how our resources are going. I'd really like to drive the point home that when we play dive needs to be to the T. Like we're on Bucky, where Magic is going for for Deadpool, and Cap is going for this person. So our resources are split, and we made a dive for some reason. Also, we dove with no information, right? So let's rewind this a bit. Hello, welcome to the stream. I see we have 2 viewers. Right, so we dove with no information. What information does Cap have? He's looking behind the wall.
That's the boost I needed.
Right, as far as I'm concerned, they have all their abilities. Right, look, the only information I have, shit dive. Why else would this be a shit dive? Right? Hello guys, welcome to the stream. So, chat while you guys are here. Why is this a shitty dive? If anyone can answer in chat. Right, so what we talked about, so other than the fact that they go for 3 different targets, right, they had no information because they were poked out and sitting behind a wall. So the only information I have is that these guys have, Dino has overshield, Bucky has overshield, Ultron has overshield. So these guys are 100 freaking % health plus, right? They're full HP plus, so that's not an ideal dive, right? They are completely capable of fighting back, right? And on top of that, we have no idea if Bucky has uppercut. We have no idea if Deadpool has his heal ability. We have no idea if Ultron even has his shield back, right? He might have that shield back, right? Or Bucky has an escape. Or Ultron might have his dash, right? So all of these players can potentially leave or kite, right? Plus they have overshield, right? So bad dive, and then as we dive, look, as we dive, he actually did, this motherfucker disengaged. He spins in a fucking circle after he dives. So no clear target, right? No clear target for Cap. And then Venom, like I said, we're hitting Bucky, who had full health, right? So two separate targets there. And then our magic is going on Deadpool. Right? So look, magic's going for Deadpool, right? Venom's going for Bucky. And Cap just got done spinning in a fucking circle. And then my Venom dies with ult. Dies ulting from a shit dive. Right? So we waste ult and we're down one. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I'm not dogging on you at all, Venom, right? It happens. We just gotta get we've never been punished, and you've probably never been punished and looked at your gameplay like this. So you get some slack. Alright? But if you want to improve and get better, I'm your guy. Right, so let's see when he pulls his ult. I wanna see the HP that he pulls his ult at. So he didn't blue. He didn't blue first. You always blue first. Right? We want to use abilities first before we use ultimates. No excuse not to blue there. You had plenty of time to use blue. Does that make sense, chat? We're honestly doing pretty good on this speed up. We're going pretty in depth, and we're doing pretty freaking well on this speed up. This is a fast VOD that I'm doing. Just so you guys know. Okay. So nice stabilize kind of, right? We kind of stabilized from Venom's death. So one thing I want to address now, right, is how many people does it take to stall cart? One, right? So Fox could do it. I would rather Fox not do it, and I'd rather Fox get to a safe position, right? Like either back here, or back by this wall, right, or back over here. Safe position other than in the middle of the map, on point, right? Anywhere else, Cap could do it. We could all be healing him from distance, right? That's what makes this game hard, and we're burning their time bank, right? You see how if we had done what I talked about earlier, their time bank would even be less than what they have. This card would be way less. So yeah, absolutely no reason to dive into the invis ult. No reason to dive into the invis ult. Depending on the scenario, I don't really like it. Right, we know where our team is. So as of right now, we should see. Yeah, I don't like it. I do not like this. Look at this. My white fox dove in or walked in and is now in front of both tanks with her back. With her back. The side of her face is kind of to them, right? And this guy is not even looking at this guy's not even looking at what we're in, right? So why I don't like White Fox diving, if she did dive with those guys like this, like we already tell, shit dive, bad target focus, so we don't really trust these guys to be TPing in on. Okay. And why we don't TP in on? Venom can get out very easily and escape, so can Cap, and there's nobody to help her once her TP is expended. And look at what happened. Look, instantly, before I didn't even know that was gonna happen. But from that pause, we knew exactly what was gonna happen, right? Both those two were looking the opposite way in an invis ult, separated, receiving no heals and slow. Dead. Burnt toast, right? When they could have been alive. Look, we're stalling still. They could be alive right now. If he lives, I'm okay with that. Maybe. Good, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, right there, that's it. There's no excuse, right? You guys will get better. So, good news. Good news is you guys will get better. Bad news is gonna be, you guys are gonna have to take some fucking punches to the chin, right? So this Bucky needs to die. There's no reason Bucky does not die, okay? And I'm gonna break it down why. Look at how deep this motherfucker goes. That, right? We know he ulted my Jeff, right? We can also see through walls, okay? And okay. So we know he ulted my Jeff, and we have what? A magic here and a Jeff here, right? So he's and a Venom, right? He is in a 3v1 behind walls. 3v1 behind walls. Immediately after I throw these guys off, I'm calming. Magic should be calming. Venom should be calming. Blow Bucky up. He's in a 3v1. He never wins that. Never wins that. And if he does, we gotta work on your guys' 3v1. Right? So look, he's okay, he pulls the magic. But look at where my Jeff goes. Jeff is pretty much safe. Yeah, safe. He pulls magic. Look, Jeff's not even helping. Jeff is fucking underground looking at a wall. He should immediately be hitting this guy with his burst, his splash, or his hose, right? And we should be committing, right? Since we have bad coordination, magic is not trustworthy enough to be diving or to re-engage on that, right? Plus our Jeff left, right? Look, our Jeff left, our Venom fucking left for some reason, and we left him here. The most killable target in the... Where the fuck did Venom go?
Only 60 seconds.
Armed and dangerous!
Am I okay with that? No, I'm not okay with that. Could be okay with that, right? Could be okay with that, maybe. Only because Cap is here and Cap can re-engage. If Venom says, if Cap relays, hey, I'm here, I'll go after that Bucky. You heal and LOS behind cart and stall cart, get healed up to full. We'll kill this Bucky in a 3v1, or vice versa. any of those should have happened. Right? There's no reason Bucky should still be alive. Bucky's still alive. He's not receiving help at all. Right? This Ultron's, well, Ultron has drone on him. But other than that, he's not receiving help. Right? He is still same position, deep. Could potentially be in a 3v1 again. We have Spidey, we have Cap, we have Magic. No fucking reason this motherfucker's alive. And he lives. Right? So you see how we're giving up free stuff, right? And we never want to give up free stuff. So hopefully I drove that point home on how ridiculous that is, that Bucky lived, right? So shitty target focus, guys. Bad target focus. We'll work on that, don't worry. Please. I'm trying to fucking fix the camera. Cow. So yeah, pretty much expected, right? We let Bucky live. Right? So why that's bad that we leave touching? So pause. So okay. Actually, I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that recontest. I thought we won that. I thought we were the red for some reason. I am actually completely fine with that recontest. Why? Because the Bucky we helped feed alt to, right? And the Ultron that we kinda let live since that shitty dive, right? And they built alt off of us for feeding like that and letting us live. They used their alt advantage. They just used their alt economy that they had over us. You see my mouse, right? They had an alt economy over us for sure, right? And they just wasted it. So they just made this game, or this next point, like even, right? Not bad. Good for us. Makes sense. So we're already at 40 freaking minutes already. And this is a quick one. Guys, this is a quick VOD. I'm speeding through.
Good medicine.
Like we haven't covered nothing yet. Nothing. We're just getting rid of the big, bad, and ugly out of the way. We're getting all the bad habits addressed. Alright. So let's see what happens. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, right? In terms, let's look at this shit like a pie, right? When I talk about the pie, okay, we're looking at this area, right? So we'll just call this post the square, right? We're looking at this post all the way back there, up there, and through here in these rooms and this high ground on right below us. Okay. We had plenty of time to take this angle, take this high ground, take this room, high ground over the point, completely dominant room. We're able to be seen from main, from our healers or whatever, or our healers could be in here, right? Completely good. And if we had taken this room and we taken this high ground, or we got a little bit deeper in high ground, we would now control like 70% of this, right? And it suffocates them into this corner or to back up, right? If we have high ground over the point, right? They can't sit down here in this valley for long until we eventually get the advantage, right? But right now, we're just sitting main. We're just playing neutral. No off angles are being taken. No pie is being controlled. Look, as far as I'm concerned, they have control of this mini health pack. And since they're standing right here, their point gets to at least move to right here. Look. As soon as our bodies break this point, or break past 50% of this, like let's say we drew a line right here. As soon as our bodies break past 50%, look, the point flipped, right? So we never want to give them map control, right? So now that we won that point, okay? Well, I hope we do. These two need to die. Alright, they're dead. Perfect. So we are now up. It's now 6v4. Okay. 6v4. I'm running them down. Okay. I'm leaving cart. Right. We are up 6 players to their 2. Okay. I'm leaving cart. And I am killing the rest. I'm killing these 4 players and restarting their timers. Right. So now it takes. They were gonna have to wait at least 7 seconds and regroup. Right. Now that these guys are on cooldown, they now have to wait an additional 10 seconds, right? So they're waiting 17 seconds if we get these staggers. Which we should, because we're up 2 players. Right? So immediately I want us running. Because look, if we run, both of these supports are out front by themselves. No protection. Bad fundamentals. Since we don't know how to push the tempo, we don't know when it's fight's won to start gaining map control. Look, there's no reason. Look at all this downtime. A whole lot of silence. Look, these guys are just to get to regroup. We're letting them regroup. We're not pushing the tempo. Look, we didn't take high ground over this point. We're not dominating this corner. We're not dominating this room. Okay, we should have someone dominating this room. Out here. Boom, boom, boom. Or we should have someone peeking from this room up here. Like, boom, boom, boom. If we're peeking from this room, look, we could even LOS it, right? You could stand further back and just shoot whoever's on cart, right? So we get to shoot for free and they can't hit us in here if we're a DPS, right? Our Punisher could sit right here. Our Punisher could sit here with an invis shield and just shoot this person in the back. Right? Because they're also not, like you see, look at what they're giving us for free. This is free, right? Uncontested. This is free, uncontested. This is free, uncontested. Right? Free, uncontested. Why are we not here? No idea. Why is he also not here? Right? High ground over the point. No reason. Makes sense? I hope so. Because it does. Bad vibes. Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Why? Why, chat? Why is this bad? Why do you guys think it's bad? Since you guys aren't in here so we could discuss, I'm gonna tell you why it's bad. Right? The initial point that we covered is we're on defense. There's no reason to alt if the point is not being pushed. Right? And also we popped 3 alts. 3 alts were popped when the fight was won, pretty much when Strange used it and when Spidey used it. Right? But basically, we do not need to be alting because now we are down 3 ultimates and we're not going to get them back in 46 seconds. Right? Because that is the time that it takes, and then they're in OT. Right? So we don't have 3 ultimates for OT when killing them actually matters. Make sense? Hope so, because there's no argument. That's the truth. There's no debate. We need 3 ultimate. We need those 3 ultimates in 46 seconds when it matters. No reason. Look, no reason. I'll break it down to you guys more, just in case we're confused. Right, so no high ground. We never took control of high ground. Yeah. We're diving in, right? We're diving in. And we know that there is a dino bubble up. Right? Dino bubble up. And Emma could probably snatch us out of the sky if she was good. She could chokeslam us and put us to shame, right? Because we have no information. Maybe we do. Probably don't. So we actually popped Punisher first. Yeah, no reason. No fucking reason. He hit everyone. He hit everyone. Guys, if he hits everyone, they're standing still. They are standing still. Why do you need to alt standing still targets? Huh? Punisher? Even though you alted first, right? He's alting. You just hit headshots with they're standing still. You just hit headshots. Even if you don't kill all of these guys, right? That's probably why you popped it, right? We just covered why we don't need to kill a 6-man, right? If my point was perfectly safe, right? We just wasted our overtime kill. Right? We could have used that nasty little combo in OT. Right? And now, what are we doing? Look, what are we doing? Teamfights won, and we're giving them all this free space. Bro, teamfights won. I want us to be at the least high ground over these points. Right? At the least. I want Punisher up here, and I want our tanks to be fighting behind this box and this box. Why? Because this is open space. From here, from their doorway to these boxes is 10 steps or more. And they have 35 seconds. Right? So I want them to be taking damage and earning every inch on this floor. Right? They need to earn every inch on this floor to get to point. Right? If they don't earn it, they have to run past us and we get to shoot them in the back. Right? Because if they don't run past us, they see none. Right? So it's a lose-lose situation for them. Right? And this is competitive, right? So anytime I win a team fight, I'm taking as much space as possible. Okay? I'm taking power positions over point, which is high ground, right? Which is pieces of cover. And there's just no reason. There's just no reason not to push up. You guys are standing still on cart. You're letting them reset. And you're letting them, when they enter this fight, they're going to be full HP. If we were fighting here and poking from these windows, from this cover, they are not full HP even when they get to here. Okay, so watch their HP as these guys walk out. Watch red team's HP.
Down to 30 seconds.
Nick, Namor's full HP. Dino's full HP. Acro's full HP. Full HP. Right? So they get to now attack. They get to plan their attack. They have 19 seconds. That's plenty of time to plan an engagement. What information do they have? They know that us. Oh, they are on low ground. So we can take height over this whole point. Bucky, come take height. Ultron, come stand over here. Namor, come stand over here or get to this window above point. Namor puts 2 squids in this window above point. This Jeff cannot peek, cannot stand here no more, right? Or if Namor stands up here, he blows up fish, right? If Bucky and Ultron are here, right? You guys cannot stand in this corner. And there's a Namor above you. So he's shooting you from the top. And you guys are getting hit from the side. And you pinched yourselves. Right? But since these guys are trash, right? So these guys are trash. Because they don't see that. And depending on the rank, right? They shouldn't see that. But you see how simple and how broken that is. But actually, they made it. He made it to this corner. Right? But look. You see what I'm talking about? Look. It is now about to be OT. And look, Strange ult is down. Punisher ult is down. Spidey ult's down. Nowhere close to being useful right now. Right? They're using their 2 ultimates right now. So they have 2 ults. Oh, they have the ult advantage. Because they're about to have 4 ults. Right? Dino's about to get his ult. Or made it to high ground over the point. They're down. We're down 2. They're pushing tempo, right? They're not pushing the tempo. Did we get them for the C9? You see what I mean? Like, you see what happened? Because we don't have our Punisher ult, and we don't have Spidey ult. Look, we're now in a neutral. We would have a 3 ult advantage right now. 3 ult advantage. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy. So you see how we gave them second point? We gave them second point for free. For something we did a minute and 40 seconds ago. Or not. Something we did 40 seconds ago costed us second point. Because we thought that wiping them is a good idea. To use 3 ults. Right? Anytime I'm coaching you, anytime I am here, you better have a fucking reason. And a good one. To ult. Otherwise you're throwing your own games, you know? You're not throwing my games. Well, you kind of are throwing my games because I kind of represent you guys, right? So, but yeah, right. So kind of same thing here. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is better. You are pushing up. right? So we are pushing up a little bit, so better. Punisher needs to be here. Punisher needs to be in this window. Dino could be at these steps, right? Because he could walk up these steps, drop behind him, grab him, jump into us, and nice, right? You see, like we wouldn't even be having this team fight. Alright, never mind. That's the enemy team. Never mind. You guys are lucky. You see what I mean? Like they're bad also. Just so you guys know, this is a very fast VOD review from me. Okay, because we didn't even cover like stuff that we talked about in the beginning, right? Like ability usage and stuff like that, right? All we talked about was positional stuff, macro stuff, right? Kind of. Here, push it the whole way. Killer.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
You see what I mean? You guys could have won that point in second.
Score is
On second point.
0-2.
That shit matters. That type of shit definitely matters. I don't really care to see a tag because I think we covered everything we pretty much need so far, but if you guys are new to stream, I don't know why, but as of right now, I cannot see my chat. So,
Magic is not to be owned, but
my
to be
chat,
felt,
my chat is not popping up.
experienced,
But
lived.
every follow is greatly appreciated if you are new to stream.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You know, Johnny, you remind my...
Well, look who's yours.
It's actually I do need to. We'll go through this quick. We're just gonna do third first. Recap. So we need some map control. Okay? We need some map control. We need map control, right? We're doing the same exact thing that they're doing, right? We are not contesting this high ground over point. Jeff, you should be here. Controlling resource. You got cover right here from this wall, and you could put damage on our team and completely down the back. Right? So here is way better. You have height, you have sight. Way better. Right? And then also we need someone in this room. Okay? Look, if we're standing in this room, if these guys don't back up, which they will, if we reinforce this, if we walk in here solo, maybe not. But we just walk in here. And our cart moves to at least this place right here. If we take control of this room, cart moves here. Then we take control of this room since cart moves here. Then we take control of this room. And we walk out. We fight this. We walk out here. And we take control of this. Cart moves here. Okay? That's just how the game works. Like, I'm telling you, just get to those places and just watch people back up. Cause like, look, like, okay. Like, look, Jeff, you're getting half value. Right? You could be shooting in the background. So this is good. This is good. That's what I like to see. Now, why did we stop? Why did we stop? Dude, why are you guys walking back to point 9? That's so just so you know, even when you guys are in here, you guys are gonna be roasted. For I give 0 fucks are given about 3 on point. Okay? 0 fucks are given about 3 on point. Okay? I want you guys to look. We look at bigger picture, okay? We don't look about 3 on point. Kurt's gonna get there. We have Johnny on point, so we already have 1. Look at where you guys are standing right now. There is no reason. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of you. Okay? Did our 5th one die? Yeah. Alright, so 5th one's coming back. 4 of yous. You 4. You're already here. Right? So you 4 need to push into here and murder this group in a 1v4. Because his team is not here yet. His team is not here yet. So you guys are literally right around the corner to blow him up before he gets ult. Maybe he does get ult, but either way you kill him before he ults you. Look, plenty of time to roll that motherfucker. Look, the point is we murder that guy. We murder that guy, and then we're up 6v5, right? And they're down a main tank. And so now, since we murdered him, these guys would already have backed up. So they wouldn't have touched no matter what. They wouldn't touch no matter what. Because they're down their main tank to touch. Plus, they have to fight for every inch of map if we were in here. Right? They wouldn't be able to stand here. They were... So we're up 1. We should be pushing. Yeah, push very hard. Nice. That was a good isolate with that. And same thing, right? We give up height. We're giving up height. We're now up 6v, or we're 5. We're up 1 still. Because we're down 1, but the other guy's walking back from spawn still. Groot is walking back from spawn still. So we're still up 1. And we're not abusing what's for free. This high ground is for free. So we're even still. We're even until our guy comes back. Okay. Oh. No, yeah, exactly. So pause. Same thing. Same thing. Jeff's on cart. And this guy's on cart. The rest of yous, U4, team fight's over, right? We already killed them. U4 need to run into this room. You guys need to get into this room and get this resource, okay? Because you have natural cover here. You have natural cover here, right? You have natural cover through here. And by us controlling this resource, they're not able to walk past us and touch, right? We have a resource. They're going to be in this open room. And we just do more damage in this open room because we're also, it's just better, right? We don't want to give them this room because that gives them opportunities to off angle us if they get this room, right? They could walk left, they could walk right, etc. They could also walk far left if they wanted to, right? And they off angle. You see how they immediately, if they do that, they get a decent amount of map control over this last point. They get about 50% if they control that room. So by us controlling this room, look, if we control this room, we get 100% of the pie. They cannot cross without us seeing them cross. They cannot walk forward and touch cart without dying or fighting us. So we control in terms of the pie, right, that we talked about. If this was a pie and we were all the way in here controlling this, we control 100% of this pie, right? Makes sense? Hope so. So look, you guys were already there. Look, and since we're not controlling that pie, look, he's full health. Look, they walked out that right door. This guy's full health. We're stacked on point, so they get the barrel stop. Very bad on their end. They just blew their whole alt economy. Did you give up that point, probably? Well, since we have bad target focus, they're doing alright. Right. Since we have bad target focus, we had to expend a dino alt, so we're pretty bad as well with them. We're equal. This is a good match right here. Guys, right? You see how you can improve so much? And I'm not even talking like mechanically, right? Just good teamwork and good positioning, right? So when that's is good. This is good. Moon Knight up there with the shield, right? Get back up there. No reason to drop. Sure, they shot at you, but get back up there. No reason to drop. Get back up there. Right? Shield's back on cooldown. Your grapple's back on cooldown. You can get back up there. Right? High ground over the point. You could even LOS them and be in this corner and be shooting Moon Knight. Right? So no reason to give this up. Right? If you stay here, this is controlling 50% of the pie, right? 100% of the pie if you're here. No reason to give that up. Hey, Invis, good. Comms need to be, hey, Invis, I'm going back up there. Give me a shield there. Right, so no excuse. So poor comms. We know poor comms, right? So You see how I'm breaking this down and you guys aren't even here? I haven't even been in your guys' comms and I know what we need to fix already. Alright, well that is gonna be everything from me. Good VOD. That was a quick VOD, by the way. And we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. That was a quick VOD. And it's not even over. That's the end of that. So big things to work on is gonna be right. So we covered everything, but you guys are gonna be graded on 3 things. You have 3 things for homework, okay? And so, homework for museum is gonna be controlling resources and map position, and looking at kill feed and knowing when the fight's over, when to push. Okay, and 30 is going to be target focus, target priority, right? Why are we diving this target? What information do we have? Who's killable? Do they have over health? Are they all completely 100%? Who are we going on? Why are we going on them? Yeah, those are your 3. So who are we going on? What target focus? Who are we going on? Why are we going on them? What ability is down? Why is he our target? Second is not ulting 6v3, right? Not ulting on defense. Okay? Not ulting when we have control over the point. And then third is map position and taking health packs high ground over the point. Those are your 3. That is everything from me. We'll get to those other 2. We have more. We'll get to these 2 tomorrow. We have more than that. But I am gonna go to bed. So good night, guys. Thank you so much. If you are new to stream, this is my brand new Kick account, so definitely follow me. If you want to learn more, yeah, you guys will see me coaching a lot. We are trying to grow on Kick. This will also be posted to YouTube, so if you are from my YouTube, hello. I definitely can't see chat, so sorry about that. But I am active in the comments after the video is uploaded. So if you comment, I will probably get back to you. Also, I post other stuff on my YouTube, so just comment on that and I'll reply. We'll figure that out shortly. This is like our 2nd day of finally having our PC and our stream up. So yeah, thank you guys so much and have a good night. Actually, give me 1 sec. Yeah, thank you guys so much and have a good night. So we're not able to raid. We're not able to host the channel yet. So normally I would raid out, but that is everything from me. I will be off Tuesday, Wednesday. So you'll probably see a 10-hour stream Tuesday or Wednesday, depending. I definitely plan to stream for a long time. We'll be doing a bunch of VODs, a bunch of coaching sessions, bunch of ranked. So yeah, if you like rivals, I can get you to any rank, any desired rank for any hero, any role. I got you. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.